The new feud you didn't even know you needed. Yes. So last night, Reza was on Watch What Happens Live, and he called out a certain housewife for being overrated. And now that housewife has clapped back. Let's get into it.
Give it all away. Give it all away.
Okay, so if you are like me and you watch What Happens Live, specifically last night's episode, then you caught Reza and Wendy Osefo as the guests. But there was a point in the show where Reza was asked a question regarding housewives. And the question was, who do you think is the most overrated housewife right now? And when I tell you his answer, you might be shocked, you might not be. But nonetheless, Reza was definitely feeling it last night. And he uttered the words Kyle Richards. Now, obviously, the audience gasped, but I don't know if they gasped out of surprise or gasped that he actually said that out loud. But he did preface with saying he's going to get in a lot of trouble. But he answered honestly, which I do appreciate because I do miss Reza on my TV screen. I wish Shaws of Sunset was not canceled. But the answer was Kyle because he really wants Lisa Vanderpump back on Beverly Hills. And I think he understands that as long as Kyle is still on the show, Lisa Vanderpump won't be on as far as we're concerned. Now, that could be different, but I doubt it because I know those two don't get on. Well, it wasn't long before I woke up this morning and realized, well, it looks like Kyle Richards couldn't help herself but to respond to Reza's little statement about her being overrated. She wrote, wasn't his show canceled? And wasn't he the first one voted off on Traitors? That is the new show that's on Peacock that features a bunch of reality stars and regular people playing for a prize. So she's saying, wasn't he the first one voted off on Traitors? I can't even be offended. Now, before I even go any further, because Reza did clap back to this, what I don't understand is obviously Kyle's been in this position before on Watch What Happens Live. She's asked questions, and sometimes, depending on the question, your answer doesn't really give too much context because it's supposed to be a Spitfire thing. And yes, people do get in trouble on Watch What Happens Live because that's kind of the shadiness of the show. The questions are geared to create, a little bit of drama, fun drama for the most part, but nonetheless, drama. So I don't think that he meant it and like I want her out, like I don't want her to have a job, but I do think he feels like, okay, I really want Lisa Vanderpump back on the show. I don't understand why we can't make this work, but if it's because of Kyle, now I'm putting words in his mouth. But from what I take from it is that he would rather see Lisa back on the show and maybe have Kyle sit it out for a couple years. I don't know, but this response from Kyle lets me know that she was offended, she was bothered, because if she wasn't and she understood the assignment, which she should very well know, she's been on Watch What Happens Live numerous times and she understands the format of the show, she would know that Reza didn't really mean any harm. But to Reza's defense, he obviously had to respond to her message because it was a bit shady. He didn't really go into all that detail. He didn't cut her down. He was just saying, I want LVP. So Reza responded, my show was canceled and I was eliminated first, but my sister and all my castmates still like me. Well, now it's getting a little messy because if I'm honest, you guys, now correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like Kyle asked for that. She really did because he didn't do all that on Watch What Happens Live. He didn't say anything shady about her personally or any of that. He just basically said his opinion, answered the question. Kyle clearly took it a different type of way and decided to go below the belt. And so when you do that, my motto is if you're going to dish it, you better be able to take it. So this is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, okay, fine, Kyle, you clapped back at Reza for saying that whole thing about you being overrated, but then you go and you do something. I don't know. It just didn't feel like it matched what happened. Do you know what I'm saying? I think if she was going to clap back, it could have been something a little bit funnier, maybe not so personal about his show being canceled and being voted off a show called Traitors that is new and isn't really that big of a deal. It's meant for people to get voted off. So I don't really know why that was such a stinger. However, his clapback, I'm sure, didn't sit with her well because as of right now, she's not responded to that. So maybe the feud stops here. Maybe there'll be some more back and forth. But in the meantime, I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with Reza? Do you think that Kyle Richards is the most overrated housewife right now? And would you trade her in for LVP? And actually, I'm going to add a third question. Do you want to see Reza back on your TV screens? I know the answer to that for myself, and that is yes. But until next time, guys, I will leave you here and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye.